What is going on, folks? Everybody have a good Thanksgiving? Best family in town? We actually had a great one this first year. Every year it sucks. Family comes in town, it's good to see them. Everybody eats dinner. After that, everybody starts arguing. The uncles are fighting with the aunts. The grandparents are fighting with the kids. My wife and I host it every year. This year we figured we're going to change it. We're going to take care of it before it starts. We're going to stop the arguing. Handy tip, it works. What we did, we took about a ½ ounce of pot and we put it in stuffing. That's right. Works out great. Yes. 20 minutes after dinner's over, everybody's happy. Nobody knows what the hell's going on. My grandmother's in the other room having a deep conversation with our cat. My mom's in the kitchen trying to make pumpkin pie sandwiches with cranberry sauce and wheat bread. Everybody else is out back trying to convince my grandfather to put his clothes back on. And I was kind of nervous about doing it at first. It's not a big pot family for the most part. Most people have never tried it in their life. They think it's a gateway drug. They think if they smoke a joint, they'll be shooting up heroin by the end of the night. It is if you're me and you're an idiot and you drop acid for the first time because you're too high to know what the hell's going on. There's a friend of mine's house in college, party going on, we're smoking. Hippie guy hangs out, notorious. There's always a hippie somewhere wearing like the hemp clothes, smells like patchouli, you know, that stinking like Penny Lane. We get done smoking, this guy pulls a bag of sugar cubes. He goes, hey guys, if you guys got the munchies, I brought some snacks. I had no clue what's going on, I'm just trying to be courteous. I took one, I remember looking at my buddy thinking, dude, how high is this guy right now, man? Sugar cubes aren't food. Yeah, 2 hours later, I'm in a gas station naked trying to buy orange juice with my shoe. That's what the police report said anyway. You do dumb things when you're high though, like drive a car. I'm convinced, drunk or high, it doesn't matter. If you're in a car, it's nighttime, you will convince yourself that every set of headlights in the rearview mirror belongs to a Crown Vic with a light bar on top. You can be a 90-year-old woman in a Buick Century. It is a squad car to you. And I get paranoid about that, and I used to think about that all the time, and convince myself that it's not just some old lady in a Prius or something. Then it was a squad car, and I got pulled over, and it sucked. Stoned out of my gourd, middle of the night, it's dark. And it's one thing to get pulled over, it's kind of a scary feeling. The other thing is that these squad cars now have like millions of lights on them, they're flashing everywhere, I'm scared to death. I'm pulled over, I think I'm having an epileptic seizure. The cop's taking like half an hour to get to the car, and I convinced myself, just stay there and don't move. If you move, it's a giveaway you're high. You know, convince yourself that everything you do is going to give the cop a tip off that you're stoned. Half an hour later, the cop finally comes up to the car. I roll down the window, he peeks in and just goes, what the hell are you doing? Never got a response like that from a cop before. Waiting for you? So yeah, but I pulled over the guy behind you.
Yeah.
At that moment, I knew the pair of underwear I had on was no longer good. Pot leads to bad decisions and junk food. And that's why I'm fat, trying to lose weight. I finally found a diet, though, that's actually working, which is great. Diets are hard to find that you can stick with. This one's actually easy. It's working out great. Lost 30 pounds in the past few months. Pretty stoked about it, but I'm frustrated because I've tried every diet out there. Nothing works. I finally find one that works, and still all you hear in the media are the negative effects of crystal meth. I got a ton of energy. I don't waste time eating or sleeping. And I kind of feel like I'm helping the environment. You know, I mean, this is a drug made from recycling car batteries, fertilizer, and household cleaners. I'm just trying to go green. But those meth commercials, are those not scary? The one with the girl in the shower scares the hell out of me. The first time I saw that, I didn't smoke meth again for like The other ones are scary, but they're not that bad. Like at first I didn't realize they were meth commercials. I thought like midway through it was like a community service commercial for Taylorville. I expected like some tagline at the end, like Taylorville, half the meth of pain, but twice the fun. The tagline was not even once, which, you know, as I think about it, I really don't even know who they're trying to reach with that. I mean, who the hell wakes up and just, probably try meth tonight? Is a group of guys standing around saying, man, this sucks, there's nothing to do in this town. And everybody types up like, yeah, I know. You guys want to try crystal meth tonight? Yeah, I think I'll probably go for that. Isn't that stuff addicting though? No, not if you just do it one time. Works for me, I guess. I don't do drugs anymore. I quit doing drugs. My wife and I had kids. 2 beautiful daughters. They're smart, which kind of had me worried at first. I didn't know if they were going to be smart kids. I'm a quarter retarded on my dad's side. They're very driven. They're not smart all the time, but as the drive has them, both of them already know what they want to be when they grow up, which I think is pretty cool. I didn't have that till now. My oldest daughter wants to be a veterinarian when she grows up, which is cool. My youngest wants to be a kitten. I think it'll kind of work well together, I guess. But, you know, at first we didn't even want to have kids. We tried everything not to have kids, like leaving them at the store, teaching them to take candy from strangers. Nothing worked. They're stuck with us now. But it's tough, like getting thrown into being a parent and not knowing how to discipline kids right. Loving them's easy, discipline them's tough. Nobody spanks their kids anymore. Everybody puts them on timeout, which I don't get it. For a kid to go on timeout, they have to be listening in the first place. But the reason they're on timeout is because they weren't listening. My kids don't listen. We actually, instead of like putting them in a corner for 10 minutes, I have a cage. We do about half an hour. Well, it's not a cage. It's a cat carrier. We're going somewhere we can take them. You know, they behave that way. I think it works out. The oldest one, she can't fit in a cat carrier anymore. I've got to work her a little bit differently. But what I do actually works great. When she misbehaves, instead of spanking her or putting her on timeout, I'll just hide in her closet when she goes to sleep. When my wife turns the light off, I'll wait about 30 seconds. And I'll let that door crack open slowly. Just go. She actually shit on the carpet.
That's a fucking true story.
It's not like they at Walmart anymore. Yeah. Try that. It's fun. I think it turned out well, though, for the most part. I don't take credit for what my wife doesn't. We give all the credit to Dora the Explorer. We do. She's raising our kids. Dora's like their babysitter. If you've got a live-in Mexican housekeeper or Nickelodeon, you're set. You put Dora the Explorer on, put the kids in front of the TV, they'll move for hours. They're learning, they're having fun, it's good for all. The only problem is my 4-year-old's got a Mexican accent now. This morning she looks at me from across the room and she's like, Daddy, come here. Come here, Daddy. Can we go to McDonald's? There's some chicken nuggets. It's just weird, you know? I guess that's the price you pay, though, whether you've got a Mexican housekeeper or Comcast cable. Either way, Mexicans are going to be raising your kids. But it's not all bad, though, because she's 4 and she can already hang drywall like a pro. They get a Home Depot in Decatur, Daddy's going to be making some new children.